See if we can't get anybody on the stream tonight. There's a car down there. We are out here in the quaint little town of Bergen, otherwise known to New Yorkers as Bergen. Oi! Yes, let's die. Don't go there, alright? I'm feeling better than I was earlier. I actually wanted to earlier, so let's not go there. For the record, I'm going to put a disclaimer. I have absolutely no clue if there's a train on the way or not, or how far away one might be. But I figured we'd wait around for a little bit and see if we can't spot one. Yeah, it wasn't sickening or anything. It was just stuff, occurrences. Anyway, let's go ahead. There's a crosswalk right here. There's a neat old New York Central milepost over here. We'll take a look at that while we're waiting. This is the tiny little town of Bergen, otherwise known as Bergen to us New Yorkers. Here's the info where we are. Outpost QC 389, and it's starting to rain actually. Along the back of the shop here. See, New York 389, old New York Central milepost. We got tons of these around here. Yeah, I got nothing better to do, and I just had dinner, so I figured wait and see if something shows up. I believe there is one coming out of Buffalo, so we'll see if that one shows up. I wish there was something interesting to look at while we wait. But there isn't. Even the crossing here isn't that exciting. Just a standard Safe-Tran gate mech. It's got two bells, one on each side. And actually, this crossing is kind of unique. This is one of the few / only crossings in New York where the bells stay on consistently while the crossing is activated. The bells usually turn off, but these ones are kind of like, if you think of like BNSF. CP 7018, yeah, that one, I think that's going into Buffalo and then going up across the border. That ain't coming here. WC Hayes gate mech on this side. Yeah, that was a big bang. Yeah, that CP is, I believe, going across the border. Yeah, it's a neat little place. I don't usually come out here to film. Usually if I'm out here, there's a friend and I that eat out here a lot. Because there's a really good pizza place right there. And then there's a nice little park over here that you can sit in. If I could move, I would. The government in this state sucks. This is a nice little park, except nobody in New York knows how to pick up dog shit. So there's just crap from their dogs sitting here all the time. There is a koi pond. I wonder if the fish are still in here. It's going to be hard to see them. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see them. Turn the light on, maybe that'll... Oh yeah, there's one back there. You can kind of see him swimming around. Alright, so the fish are still alive, that's good. Oh, New York's railroad history is fantastic. Especially the short lines in New York are practically all Alco powered. So that's history all in itself. There's one of the historical markers if you want to read it. And this is a plaque for a kid who got hit by 2 trains at the same time back in 2011. He got hit by 2 trains at the same time right at this crossing. I forget, or I should say don't know, which sidewalk he was on, whether it was this side or that side. I believe it was that side. But nonetheless, basically what happened was he was walking home from school, so he was walking up this way. Crossing was active. He was looking at his phone and he had ear headphones on, so he couldn't hear anything and he wasn't paying attention where he was walking. Somehow walked around these without knowing it, or walked around them and just didn't care that he did. Walks out in the middle of the tracks. CSX stack train coming this way, and then on this track, Amtrak Maple Leaf coming this way, westbound. And he got, I believe Amtrak was first, so he got hit by Amtrak, kind of like on the corner of the locomotive, which flung him back into this track right as that stacker was. And he got hit square by that one. I forget what the news report said. I think they determined that he was probably dead at the first impact. I hope he was. I hope he didn't survive through the first one to feel the second one. But when that happened, they decided that this crossing needed to have louder bells. So they put a bell on both sides, and the bell rings continuously now. So that's why this crossing's a bit different than the rest. Yeah, that would suck. One thing I am curious about, have we seen a rail grinder out here anytime recently? It doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. So we should have a rail grinder sometime soon. I believe, I know we had a stack train come into Buffalo not too long ago. I believe we have, there's just a light down there. Probably a car. I believe we have a eastbound stack train somewhere nearby. So we'll kind of keep an eye out. Yeah, I've seen the grinders before. They're cool. There's a car sitting on the side of the road down there. Wonder what he's doing. There's a cantilever on this side. On the back side, the lights up on the cantilever facing both directions, both sets. Usually it's just one set. Yeah, just a car just sitting down there. Ooh, lost focus. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we don't have to wait too long for something. Actually, what time is it? 7:30. Nah, it's not Amtrak time yet. Amtrak is probably another hour if it's on time. If I switch tabs, the stream will close. So if somebody wants, can someone look up the Amtrak map, see where 283 is? Because we should see 283. I mean, that's probably an hour out. I don't expect to be here that long. Besides, I don't know if my battery would hold up long enough to wait an hour, but... yeah, I've got a couple rail grinder videos on the channel. Rail grinder is a neat piece of equipment. You could always drive up a couple roads too. But I don't have a way to hold the phone while we're in there. Not sure it's not going to do it while I'm driving. I hear geese. It's migration season. There's a neat mural. I guess we can walk up the sidewalk a bit and take a look at that on the side of one of these buildings. This park does have security. And also, for people who don't pick up their dog crap, there's the fines, and they literally hand you the bags to do it with. So you don't have any excuse for not doing it. But people don't do it all the time. There's another sign for it. Apparently you're not allowed to smoke back here, which means I see people screwing that up all the time. Big truck. All right, let's go look at that painting. I've seen a lot of bar fights happen back here, so we need to be careful. 15 minutes late, great. It's Amtrak, when's it ever on time? Yeah, I've seen a lot of bar fights happen back here. Ooh, an elevator. There's a scissor lift. Sad part is 15 minutes isn't that late for Amtrak. That's pretty good. All right, here's some nice murals. Oh, get a view of it here. This one's like historic Main Street here. Even have New York Central in there. Apparently there was a signal tower here at one time. Upstate New York varies. If you ask a New Yorker, upstate New York is by the St. Lawrence River. If you ask anybody who's not from New York, they'll tell you that upstate New York is anything that's not New York City. People who live upstate hate New York City. We despise the fact that it exists. So I'll walk up the road here. There's crossings on both sides, so hopefully I'll hear something before it shows up. Stockham Lumber. Look at that old door. Look at how tall it is. Western, okay, so if you're asking a New Yorker, this is how a New Yorker will answer that question. Upstate, if you put New York on a paper map, that triangle that sticks up above the east end of Lake Ontario up by the St. Lawrence, that's upstate. Central New York would be Syracuse, Utica, down in that area. And of course, south of there. Southern tier is down by Olean, Binghamton. Western New York would be Rochester and Buffalo area. And south, kind of down to Olean. And then the Finger Lakes region is around pretty much anything surrounding the Finger Lakes. That's how a New Yorker would answer that question. If you're from New York City, or not from New York State at all, then you would say upstate is anything that's not New York City, which is almost insulting if you talk to a New Yorker at the public library. I don't really want to live stream people's houses, but there's a couple really nice old houses out here. Town historian with a cow out front. What region would Albany be in? Albany would be the Hudson. If you ask one of us, we would say it's the Hudson Valley, which is pretty much anything along the Hudson River. You could also consider it central if you're looking from a north-south perspective, or eastern New York. If you live out here, you hate Albany too, so. But yeah, Albany would be Hudson region. It's kind of dark, but this house has a cupola on it. You can see it up top. There's a lot of buildings out here like that. It's dark over here. Ooh, spooky. Hating New England, yeah. Except there's a lot of people up here who are New England Patriots fans, so I don't know about that. There's a nice building. I don't know, guys. I was hoping we could see a train, but in terms of the live stream, I don't know if we're going to get one. I'll go back to the tracks and peek. Yeah, this area has mostly Bills fans. But if you're in this area and you're not a Bills fan, you're a Patriots fan. I don't know why. We have a couple Dolphins fans too, which I don't understand. Or you're like me and you hate the NFL and hate all of them. I'm a fan of none of them. I hate the whole league. If two teams could play a game and both of them could lose, I'd root for that score every time. And then for baseball, you got the Yankees and the Mets. Which for baseball, I'd be a Mets fan. And then Sabres for hockey. It's an old apartment building. Check out that old mailbox out front. Here's something you don't see every day. A payphone. You never see payphones anymore. Yeah, it's a neat little town. I really hope something does show up. I don't want to live stream, let's catch a train and not catch a train. There's a ton of these tiny towns out here. This is actually kind of a big town. Or not really big, but it's a loud town. It's got a fairly main road running through it. Where, do you have the map up? Where does it say it is? Has it left Rochester yet? Has it departed Rochester yet? Camera to focus. No. And it's still a ways away. It should be through here at about 8:30. Which is another 45 minutes. So if it's still in Rochester, then I don't think we'll be seeing that. Don't worry, that's just a car. Thought I heard something. Got lights at that road crossing for a second. Yeah, it's been kind of dead. I got a really cool shot on an S-curve earlier, which I will set up to upload. But it's been dead. I know there's, like I said, there's an eastbound stack train. I have no clue how far out he is. Is Metro still getting those SD70s they bought? Another year? Because I'm curious what Metro's gonna do with 6-axle freight power. I really want to know what they're gonna pull off. Because I have absolutely no reason why, or no idea why I should say, Metro would buy 6-axle road power that loads slow as hell. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they actually decide to do with them. They're going to have to make them load faster if they want to use them for commuter service. Hey AJ, are you on here? Are you still on here? Let's go take another look at that milepost. You still here, AJ? Do me a favor, if you don't mind. Shoot. I was bothering him earlier. Shoot Kyler a message. Tell him I'm at QC389 on the live stream and just see if he has any insight as to what's coming. I can't switch tabs. It's like I can't go message him. I can't go look. If he sends me a picture of something, I can't go look because it'll end the stream if I do. But shoot him a quick message if you can. And if he's not too busy, see if there's anything around. So here's the old New York Central milepost, concrete. Still plenty of these out here. Yeah, he was out having dinner earlier. And both sides of it still look pretty good. Now, if he's not around, it's not a big deal. The battery is getting low because these streams do eat a lot of battery. So what we might actually have to do is get in the car and go somewhere. And I'm not going to have to figure out how to prop the phone up while I'm in the car. But at least then I can get a little power into it. So we might have to maybe move to another crossing somewhere or something. I could also go down to Norfolk Southern, but the chances of seeing something moving on Norfolk Southern out here are practically none. Precision Scheduled Railroading, otherwise known as Pretty Stupid Railroading, has taken the Norfolk Southern line down to about 6 trains a day. I see red and I think it's a vehicle, but I see red that's just not moving. Yeah, that's a vehicle. Sitting in the middle of the tracks for some reason. World War III, that'll be an entertainment. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd be okay with that. As long as it's an instant death, I'm perfectly okay with that. In fact, I'd almost prefer it that way. But what do you guys think? Should we... Do you want to wait and try to see a train? Because if you guys are interested in waiting, then I'll go to the car. Maybe we'll drive up a couple roads, see what we can pull off. Because I do have to put the stream on charge if we want to keep it going. So if you guys, if the consensus is you want to wait, I'll go up a couple roads and park there. And we'll be on charge so we can keep the stream going for a little bit. I'm not seeing anything, so yeah, let's go up the road here. We'll mount up and cut out. We'll go up a couple roads, probably to the west would be better cell reception. I want to make sure the cell reception stays good. Oh, here's something cool. So this garage here in their parking lot, they've got old rail cemented into the asphalt as bump posts. Look at this. You pull up a little too far in your car, that'll teach you a lesson. By the way, for the Rochester area people, Ralph and Rosie's Deli. Fantastic pizza. Best sweet sauce I've ever had. We are driving a 1998 Camaro, and it's a T-top. Oh, yes, worst pizza, yes. No, seriously, best pizza that I've ever had. Now here's the fun part. I gotta figure out where my phone's gonna go. Because I don't want to hold it. So I don't really know where we're gonna put that. I don't know, I don't do, I'm not Andrew, I don't do streaming drives. He's got like a whole setup for it, I don't. Let's see here. You just get the charger put in. All right, so we're gonna go up a couple roads. Somewhere I can park with the phone plugged in, sitting in the car so it was so close to the tracks. And we'll see what we can pull off. Oh yeah, the phone's not gonna stay up there. Oh, this is gonna be entertaining. We're only gonna go probably 2 miles up. I just want to park somewhere that we can sit right by the tracks with the phone in so that we can keep the stream charged so we can keep it going. See, we got 121,000 miles. Short lines. Well, I have a couple photos of the OMID on an off day. I'm still trying to catch the OMID, but no substantial luck there yet. And then the Falls Road I catch all the time. Actually, I'll be spending 3 days straight chasing the Falls Road in a couple weeks. And then, let's see, I've seen the LA&L. I'm still working on some videos for that. Obviously the NYMT, but that's because I'm a motorman there. I've never rail fanned it because whenever something's running, I'm driving it. Because I run the trolleys there. Seen the Rochester Southern, seen the B&P, which I'm hoping to do chases of both of those soon. There's a lot of stuff that I want to get out and do. I want to do a Pennsylvania trip, actually. Would be ideal. Now, I am sorry if the camera ends up showing like the dashboard, because like I said, I'm only driving 2 miles. We'll be back out of the car in a bit, but I'm focusing on driving. So I'm paying absolutely no attention to what the camera's looking at. We are going to drive right up along the railroad, so actually I can just show that, because this right here is the railroad. See the tracks right there. Get a nice pacing shot if there was a train. Actually, this road here, I paced the rail grinder on this road. That video is on my channel. Got us some wildlife over here. I don't know if the camera saw it, but there were a couple deer off to the right-hand side. Like I said, I'm not even looking at the camera. One more mile. For short lines, I love New York. Like I said, the government in the state sucks. Pretty much everything else is better. New York is the best for short lines. They're pretty much all Alco powered. You got the Bat and Kill Railroad, that's Alco powered, Alco RS3s, and they have an RS36 on lease and D&H paint. Obviously, the Falls Road. Oh yeah, I forgot the DL&W. Obviously, Seen the DL&W so many times, but yeah, the Falls Road, the DL&W, both DL&Ws really. Buffalo Southern, LA&L, Bath and Hammondsport, WNYP. They're all Alco powered. So New York is fantastic if you like vintage locomotives. And even the ones that are not, you got the Buffalo and Pittsburgh is all old EMDs. They got a couple wide cab EMDs, but they wrecked them. So they're repairing those. But they're all like SD45s. There's a Southern Pacific SD40T-2 on the Buffalo and Pittsburgh. It's still in Southern Pacific paint, or actually it's fresh Southern Pacific paint. But that's neat to see. The Rochester Southern runs some old GP15s. Also, we're up here at our next parking spot. Just gotta make a left here. The Rochester Southern's a couple GP15s, SD45s, a couple 3-axles. Some other random Jeeps. So, a lot of neat stuff up here. This is definitely, if you're a short line person, New York is definitely the state to go to. All right, here we are. And we're just gonna wait here. We're just gonna chill here. Let's see, I'm gonna run shut the power off. Actually, let me keep it idling for now. I want to keep the lights on. Yeah, you can stop beeping. I'm not even moving. Like I said, I just want to keep the battery plugged in here. An X-Conrail GP38. Nice. There are a lot of abandoned railroads in New York. New York Central Peanut, the Hojack, just to name a few. I wish the Hojack still ran. Come on, focus. Yeah, I wish the Hojack still ran. Focus. There it goes. Yeah, the Hojack's very scenic right away, especially in Webster, up along the bank of Lake Ontario. That sizable trestle in Waterport, another trestle in at Burt Dam in Olcott. Hell, even the rest of the Falls Road between Brockport and Rochester. 15 miles of it, I think, is the number. You can put the window down. Let's see, 807. Do we have an Amtrak update? Any update on the status on Amtrak showing up? At least Amtrak's one train we can count on. 'Cause I think by now Amtrak should be in Rochester, if not leaving Rochester. If it's leaving Rochester, it won't be long at all. I don't know if Northern Illinois, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, see if you can get me an update on Amtrak. Because once he departs Rochester, we're looking at probably, um, say 15 minutes, 20 at most. Probably 15. About to arrive at Rochester. That's right. You said he was running a bit late. Well, the stream is plugged in, so we can. At least now we're physically capable of waiting for Amtrak. Drink a little Dr. Pepper here. If you took an Am fleet up to 125 miles an hour, it would rattle into pieces. I've been on Am fleets going down the Hudson River at 110. They are terrifying. Oh, wait a minute. I can put filters on this? What? Oh, wow. That. See if I can't get it to focus something. I can put filters on here. I didn't know YouTube had that built in. Haven't been on Amtrak. I can do sketch. Make it look like a drawing. I can make it look haunting. Oh, that's kind of cool. Are you guys seeing the filters? These are kind of cool. Put it back on. Put it back on normal. That's kind of cool. Doesn't want to focus at all. The stupid thing is, the only tourist trains that I've really been on are the ones I work on. Because when the museum on the Falls Road runs their excursions, I'm a conductor on there. And then I'm a motorman at the NYMT, so whenever they're running trolleys, I'm the one operating. I guess for once, the only one I've really been on that I haven't worked on was Arcade and Attica. Well, that's why it's losing focus every time a car shows up in the mirror. The glare, it's awful. And this one's coming all the way up the road. IRM has so much stuff. Like, words don't explain how much IRM has. Arcade in Attica is cool. I want to do a freight day down there one of these days, but their operating's just like the Ontario Midland. It's so sporadic and it takes a long time to drive there. I want to do a freight day one of these days because they run all the old 80 tonners. The Arcade in Attica's fun to ride, whether they have the 80 tonner or the steam engine. It's cool either way. I've never done a cross country Amtrak trip. I've always wanted to. I know people who have, but I've never personally done one. My Amtrak trips have been either between Buffalo and Albany or Buffalo and New York City. I know a couple people I work with actually on one of the railroads out in on the Falls Road, the Western New York Railway Historical Society. Two of them actually just took an Amtrak trip all the way across the country. Took the Lakeshore to Chicago. Took the Southwest Chief down to L.A. Rode. Forget what they rode. Coast Starlight, I think, is the one they took up the California coast, went up to Seattle, took the Empire Builder up to Marias Pass, back to Chicago, came back on the Lakeshore. They went all the way across, up and back the country. I've always wanted to do a trip like that. Now that Amtrak's going to 3 days a week. I forget, when does that go into effect? When does Amtrak start running 3 days a week? Is it next week? It might be next week. If any of you remember the date on the article. Because if they haven't started yet, I kind of want to come out and see the last Lakeshore Limited before the new schedule. I don't even know what days of the week they're going to run it. I would assume Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I don't know. Doing that cross-country trip's going to be a lot harder once they start doing that, because it might be 2 or 3 days before you can transfer to your next train. You might get into Chicago, and the train you were going to transfer to left an hour ago, and you got to wait like 3 days for the next one. Can't really see them in the dark, but there are signals right there. So when something does show up, we'll see those light up. Yes, I did see the pictures of that Blue Devil that was here. If I had known it was coming soon enough, I probably would have gone out. That's one of those things I probably would have gone out to see. But I didn't really know soon enough. I always end up seeing the posts late. So it's like the evening after or the day after it passes that I actually see a post that said, hey, yo, this is here. Or the first post that comes out is a Buffalo or Rochester post. And by the time it's hit one of those two cities, it's like, well, I'm not going to make it to either one to see it. Because I usually go out, my closest spot would be smack dab between the two. You know, you see all my videos are from Batavia. That's about the closest spot. So if it's already left Rochester or Buffalo when the first posts come out, it's already too late to make it there to see it. Unless it gets held up by something. I did see a neat chase a couple nights, or not chase, race a couple nights ago. Two stacked trains heading east, running at pretty much the same exact speed side by side. And it was an accident. I cross the tracks, I see a headlight, I get out, walk up, and it was actually two sets of headlights. A lot of suburbs named after upstate New York. Name a couple. What are some of them? There's a plane over there. I won't be able to see it. There's a plane over there, or a helicopter or something. I have this discussion with the guys at the radio station all the time. Okay, yep, Oswego, Batavia, Geneva, Lockport. Yep, what, you guys have a Lockport? Wow, that's an oddball. Do you guys have a canal out there with canal locks in it? Because Lockport here is named after the canal with all the locks in it. Because Lockport used to have 5 locks all in one spot. Now it's just 2 massive locks. But Lockport was named because of all the canal locks. Just Canal Street. Yeah, Lockport's an interesting one. Oswego. You know, we have an Oswego and an Owego. Same spelling, just take out the S. We have both of those in New York. And they're pretty much straight north-south of each other. Oswego's south end of the state. And in Oswego, with the S, is up by the lake. And for New Yorkers, the lake, or at least our area of New York, the lake is Lake Ontario. We talk about town names a lot, or like suburb names. The guys at the radio station. Chemung, New York, yeah. There's a Schmo, too. There's a Schmo, New York. But we talk about New York names a lot, because a lot of people, at least their first time, they don't know how to pronounce the names when they see them on... Like at the beginning of the stream, I made a Bergen joke. You look at the sign, you go, it's Bergen, even though it's Bergen. Actually, those of you from Rochester, so Rochester sub, you would recognize this very well. Chili, New York. Gates Chili. A lot of people who I know who are not from New York, they look at that name and they say, Chili? You guys have a town called Chili? And I go, no, it's pronounced Chili. And I get looked at like I'm dumb whenever I say that. And I'm like, no, it's Chili. It's not chili. And then all of the Indian names that nobody can pronounce. You know, Chickasawaga, Irondequoit. There's a ton of them. Webster instead of Webster. Cortland. Yeah, there's a Cortland, New York. Oh, Schenectady. Schenectady is another one that a lot of people not from around here can't say. Did you say that Amtrak was in Rochester? Or was he still not in the station? Or is it about to arrive? I want to know when he departs, because once he departs Rochester, he'll be here quick. And then we have to start taking bets on what locomotive's going to be on it. Is it going to be Phase 3 or Phase 5? 281 had a Phase 5 earlier. Boarding now? The new Rochester station is really nice. I departed out of it once. One of my Albany ventures, I departed out of Rochester. Usually I go out of Buffalo, but I did Rochester specifically because I wanted to see the new station and go out, take a train out of it. So I took a train out of Rochester on one of my Albany ventures a couple years ago. Yeah, it's a really nice station. They did a good job building the new one. I'm still curious to see what they do in Buffalo at Exchange Street Station, because that's smack dab in the middle of the ghetto on the edge of down. We have signals, ladies and gentlemen. We have signals. You know what that means? We're going to see a train. And it looks like we have reds on track 2, which means we also might be expecting that eastbound. And if Amtrak's in Rochester, and we'll see 2 trains, because this ain't Amtrak. It sounds kind of like Amtrak, though. That sounds like Amtrak. He's got a high clear. Now this crossing has no bells on it. There's a lot of crossings out here without bells. Amtrak, otherwise known as Slam Track. He must have, if he was in Rochester when you sent that post earlier, that must have been a very fast station stop at Rochester. Yeah, we going phase 3 or phase 5? I'm going to guess 3 just because there's more of them now. Yeah, see, no bell. Loud gate mechanism. Phase 5 tonight. Well, the gate mechanism here is actually quite loud. Like, listen to that. That red on 2 means we got us something else coming. Oh, signal just went out. So we got something between Buffalo and us. Hello, welcome to the stream. You just missed Amtrak. Well, yeah. Yeah, I thought that was going to be 3 too, but it was a 5. There's only a few of those left. Phase 3 would be 3 I's in Roman numerals. No V, just 3 I's. Oh, how are we on battery? We're doing better on battery now. I can stay out for a little bit. Well, this Slam Track's a little better than nothing. I kind of want to see what that eastbound is going to be, so if you guys want, I'll stay on a little bit longer to see if that eastbound with the signal lit up shows up. It's whatever it is lined, so it's got to be out of Buffalo already. So it shouldn't be a substantially long wait. But you never know with the railroad. Were a couple neat catches earlier, which will go up on the channel sometime soon. I gotta schedule some things out here. But got 2 SD70s today. 1 leading, 1 trailing. Had actually, we're flying. The trailing SD70 was caught on a really neat S-curve. Actually, I'll grab the camera here. I'll show you the shot. That'll be up on the channel in the next couple days. I think the curve shot's probably the first one I'm going to upload, instead of just going in order. Sit here for a few. The Wabash is here on NS. I've seen a couple Heritage units on this line. I saw Penn Central. I saw the Erie. Both of those were on K trains. Both of those were on CSX too. All right, get the camera out here. Hopefully the stream will focus on it when it comes up. Let's see if it will. Yeah, there it is. That's a really nice curve shot. That will be on the channel. That is a SD70 trailing. That's kind of exposure. There it goes. But yeah, it's a S curve. That moment you're supposed to be doing homework and you're watching me watch trains. Nice. Haven't talked to you in a while. How's it going? Yeah, that's the S curve there. I just drove past it, saw the curves, and said, oh, I gotta see a train come through here. After waiting almost 2 hours, an eastbound finally showed up. I'll let you see the kind of the start of this here. I'm definitely going to go back here and get some more shots. This has got to be one of my new favorite locations, because this shot's just cool. I haven't seen one happen, but I have a video of CSX cleaning up the one from a couple years ago in Batavia. Yeah, I love that shot. That's cool. You can see the SD70 back there. So yeah, that will be on the channel coming up. I also have... I'll show you that too, since we're just sitting here waiting for an eastbound. Yeah, that picture is going to be the thumbnail. I'll just show you this whole video. It'll be on the channel so you can see it in like full res. But I'll just show it to you because it's so short. This is today's Q007. It was ridiculous. Wait till you see this. Some people are going to say, oh, well, that looks long. Yeah, no. We get 16,000 foot trains out here every day. That's a baby boy. But yeah, like I said, there's also an SD70, which was leaked, which will be up on the channel in a couple days. That 007, that was 23 cars, 23 wells. And that's an infant train compared to the 16,000 footers we always get. Hope that eastbound's getting close. I would like to see some sort of freight before we close it up for the night. Hello. If I was to do this kind of thing during the day, yes, I saw that on the camera. I mean, I wasn't watching the camera when it happens. I don't really watch those cameras unless it's like a recap of like the derailment. But yeah, I saw that. I saw that derailment. That was. It's a good thing that thing stayed upright and didn't go off the bridge. 69 minutes ago. Nice. Yeah. Do you guys like this kind of thing? Like, do you like a live stream where we just sit next to the tracks and wait for trains and just chat? Because if you like this kind of thing, I mean, I know it's kind of crappy at night. And if I was going to do it pre-planned, I would have a full phone battery so I don't have to sit in the car. But do you guys like this kind of thing? Because if you do, I can do these a bit more. I could do some of these, do them during the day. Yeah, it would be during the day. No, tonight I was just, like I said, I was feeling like crap all day, and I just at the last moment was about to leave and decided, you know what? Let me see if anybody would tune into a live stream. Also, rip the focus. Come on, focus on the crossbuck. It's trying. It's desperately trying. Yeah, hopefully that eastbound is getting close. Now it's focused. We are by Bergen. I want to play with these filters some more. That's kind of cool. I like that one. Can you guys see these filters as I switch through them? Oh my god, dance party. What? Dance party? Wow, that is trippy. That is trippy. Wow. Bubbles? Oh my god, there's actually bubbles on it. This is cool. This is actually cool. That's actually really cool. YouTube employees on LSD while working from home. Yes. Here's what I want to know. Who would ever use this filter? I mean, okay, I guess I could see some situations for it, but seriously though, who would use this filter? Like, it's so trippy. Like, look, the crossing is like law. The crossing gets copied. That's actually kind of cool. I put two crossings next to each other. There we go. This is so trippy. It looking through it, it feels like I'm tripping on acid. I can only imagine. I'm gonna have to do a live stream with that filter on it one of these days, and with no context, and just see what happens. I wonder what the when that eastbound comes, I'm gonna have to see what it looks like on the signal. Should I turn that on when the train goes by? When that eastbound shows up, should I turn that dance filter on and see what it looks like? If you You guys want me to run that dance filter when the train goes by? I'll do it. We got a bunch of yeses. All right, we're gonna do it. When this eastbound shows by, we'll do that. No, I didn't see the 101, but I've seen so much BNSF out here over the years. Yeah, I'm not concerned about the BNSF. That Blue Devil would have been pretty neat to see. I guess the only thing, I'm gonna get out and stretch my legs since we got a little battery power to last here. The only thing, at least recently, that has been worth seeing was when those the CP Heritage and the Royal Army SD70s came through here. Those were worth seeing. That's about it. I mean, the Blue Devil would have been worth seeing, but I didn't know about that until after. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've just... Oh, I think I see a glare. I think we have her eastbound. Yep. You see that dot? Not the stuff on top, but that dot right there. That's a glare off the railhead. We got our eastbound. All right, you guys asked for it. We're going to turn the dance filter on when this train shows up. Yeah. Mr. Eggman, you just missed Amtrak 283 came through here like 10 minutes ago. So, you just missed it. I don't know if the stream replay lets you go back, but if it does, you can see. But for right now, we got us in eastbound. Here's the deal. You guys asked for the filter. So I'm going to turn the filter on I'll do it when the crossing goes off. When this activates. Busted by the police? I'm parked in a perfectly legal place. So the police can't really say anything about you parking on the side of the road unless there's signs that say no parking, which, at least out here, none of them say that. It is starting to rain, so I guess it's going to be good that we're ending after this train. Don't see anything down there. But here it comes. Well, the police really can't do anything about parking legally. Alright, I'm going to turn this filter on. Since you guys asked for it. We're going to have a train on acid. Oh my god, this is horrible. This is going to be horrible. Just look at that. Oh yeah, it's really starting to rain. Thank God we're closing up. This is going to be awful. Oh no. Oh no. Are you sure you guys want this filter on? Are you sure you want this? Because if you want it, I'll keep it on. Are you sure you want the entire train to look like this? I got 1 for no, I got 2 for yes. I really hope there's not something cool on this and I just completely ruined the video. Alright, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. The entire train's gonna look like this. What does this look like? This is awful. It's so bright. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. Hi, Alex. This is so... Oh my god, look at the signals. Look at how trippy it is. The lights. It's a K train, that's all I can tell you. This is so bad. Okay, now that the filter's off and I don't feel like I'm gonna pass out, that was awful. Well, I was planning on leaving, but there is something following Amtrak, and there's also something following that. So we do have 2 more trains coming. No, I'm out by Bergen. We do have 2 more trains coming. Those of you that wanted that whole video to look like LSD, I don't even know what to say to you. That was... I can't even describe that. I don't know. That was just awful. It was absolutely awful. It made like all the tankers look like one car because it keeps making copies of things as they move around. Chaser Mike Westbrook, yes. Surprised he's not on here, actually. Well, I was going to end the stream, but how long do I think it's going to take for something to show up? Because we have something coming in both directions. Those were tankers, yes. That was a K train. You couldn't even tell what they were. That was a K train. Oh, you are Mike? Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't even know. When did you change your name? Yeah, that red's probably got 008 behind it. 007 was only 23 cars today. 007 was a baby. Wait for the lights to go out. Too much of a fapping experience? I'm sorry I asked. I kind of didn't want to know. I mean, I've seen 009 with literally one car, so at this point with CSX, pretty stupid railroading, PSR, and anything's possible. We got a truck. 009 has two extremes. It's either, damn, those signals are still lit. This is a long block. Yeah, 009 has two extremes. It's either 16,000 feet or it has one car. There's no in between. Q119 used to be the baby train. 119 used to be the train that you would see every single night with 20 cars if you're lucky. 20 being a long train. $16,000? A lot. Oh, signals went out. I mean, I've seen them up to 20,000 feet almost. I got a video on my channel somewhere. It was, okay, now I gotta remember, was it a 164 or a 156? I hear sirens. Yeah, siren just went off. I don't think the fire hall down there, I think the fire hall down there uses pagers. I don't even think they use their siren. It only sounded once too. That was a bit weird. But yeah, I believe it was a 156. It could have been a 164. I'm pretty sure it was a 156. That was 3.5 miles long. Almost 20,000 feet. That video is on my channel somewhere. It's 3.5 mile long monster. And that was before PSR. Yeah, I'm sure they do get looted. Yeah, oh, chat was showing up. There it is. Through 635. Yeah, 635 can be a sizable train. The train that used to be the one to catch was Q386. That used to be, if you were a New York rail fan along CSX, I still see the Fred down there, wow. You wanted to catch Q386. It was, for one thing, it was always massive. Ridiculous, massive. And the power was ridiculous. Yeah, we get UP out here all the time, too. Like, the power was ridiculous. You would rarely see... Oh, the car is actually idling, so the battery won't die. The power was rarely normal CSX GEs. It was always pretty much in Willard, whatever. Yeah, Churchville's pretty, well, there's some curves out there. It's kind of straight depending on where you are. The big straightaway is between Batavia and Buffalo. It's perfectly straight all the way. But pretty much whatever the crappiest power they had in Willard is what they put on 386. It was always the crappiest power, which for rail fans, of course, is a good thing. I'm talking mostly leasers, Burlington Northern, and by Burlington Northern, I mean BN Green all the time. A lot of Santa Fe's, a lot of Iowa, Chicago, Eastern. Of course, all your typical Canadian CPCN stuff. Pretty much anything that was crap got put on that train. Driving for so long straight, I mean, it's pretty easy to just follow the track. It's pretty easy. The train just kind of follows the track, and if it doesn't, then you're having a bad day. If the train doesn't follow the track, then you're having a bad day, and you're going to have to call your dispatcher and tell them that there's a problem. Like, hey, dispatcher, made a wrong turn. Locomotive's on its side, got hazmat spilling all over the place. Can you order us a cup of coffee? I don't get sleepy on long drives, per se. Yeah. Yeah. I think those guys thought I was broke down or something. I guess they've never seen rail fans before. They've never seen rail fans before. Okay. Yeah, there's a guy sitting here with his car. Well, I maybe it's because I have my phone out, maybe. Yeah, there you go. CSXT KO20 calling the NG dispatcher over. Yeah, NG, go ahead. Yeah, we got a bit of a problem out here. We're just off of QC 389 here at the 19 grade crossing, and well, locomotive stopped following the track. We're on the ground. The first locomotive is kind of leaning off to the right at a very obnoxious angle. The second locomotive is in a ditch, and the head 15 cars, which are all hazmat, against FRA regulations when it left Frontier, are all leaking. What would you like us to do? Grab the portable, evacuate, and we'll get emergency services as soon as we can to you. Yeah, this is the KO20 again. Listen, we got a fire on the head unit now. The door is jammed, we can't get out, and it's on fire. What would you like us to do? I hear that siren again. That's weird. I wonder if that's... Oh, we have glare again. Here comes our next train. I wonder if that's the firehouse siren, or if there's some siren collector out here with a siren in his backyard he's playing with. All right, what do you think this train's gonna be? We just had a K train. Take a guess. What do you think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be a stacker. Focus. It'll focus once the train actually shows up, I guess. Yeah, I think it's going to be a stacker. Haven't seen a manifest all day. At least not since I've been out. No toff, just stacks. All right, we'll see what it is then. Alex is getting very specific. He thinks we have a 008, which, yeah, it's about time for a 008, so I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna turn the headlights up. I just turn them down after the train so I don't blind people when they're driving by. All right, yeah, we got plenty of battery on the phone here to watch this. I'm not doing that filter again. I do not want to feel like I'm on LSD or tripping on acid. or any of the above. So I'm not doing that filter again, at least not tonight. Maybe I'll try it during the day and see what it looks like during the day on a future stream. And for those of you who weren't here for the filter earlier, this is what I'm talking about. You don't have to get too specific. Like, I don't want to get personally specific, but what area are you in? Because if you're out by Rochester, it could be that K train we just saw, or it could be the westbound coming. The horn's muffled. Had an old Sioux line hopper back there. That's all trash, garbage. Yeah, that's all New York City trash. Well, actually, that's empty, heading to New York City to collect trash. Still got that clear? Gate's bouncing. Still got that clear, and it looks like there's something else behind that thing, too. Yeah, that definitely wasn't your 008. I hear that siren again, too. Yeah, that's probably a 634. Yes, that was a fapping gate. So, you said you're hearing horns out there? Well, it's probably not that K train. Yeah, but don't that 150 go out towards Syracuse? Because the 101 takes trash out to Fairport, too. And you got the B791 that goes out to Batavia to work the DL and W. Well, to be honest, I don't rail fan often anymore. My free time is somewhat open, somewhat not. Focus. I don't care what you focus on, camera. Just focus on something. I still have like a year and a half worth of backlog that I need to upload. 2018, 2019, both of those years still have to go. Tonight? We didn't see NJT tonight. We saw Amtrak. I have seen NJT P40s. I have a video of it on my channel. What are you saying? You're scrolling back on my channel? Yeah, I have a video of that NJT P40. Yeah. That was a neat catch. Like I said, I think the best catch recently were those CP SD70s on that V101. And there go the lights. From a couple weeks ago. That was one of the best recent catches. Well, like I said, if you guys like this kind of thing, I don't go out too often. But I can come out and do this one of these days during the day. And hopefully on a day with some traffic knowledge. So I know exactly what to expect. If I get a day that I know there's going to be a lot in one bunch, I'll try to come out for it and do a stream. So we're losing focus again. But anyway, I know we have that clear, and I know there's got to be something else coming east, but the battery is still low, and I'm not going to be here all night, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take off. I'm glad to see I actually got people on the stream. I started it up not thinking that anybody would actually join it. So I'm glad to see a couple people came in and hung out, especially those of you that hung out for the duration of it. So yeah, it sounds like you guys like seeing this kind of thing. So I will, like I said, I'm not out very often, but I will do my best to do one during the day. Yeah, Mike, maybe a Cards Against Humanity night or something. That'd be cool. Gotta do some Cards Against Humanity. Oh. Was that an ambulance? Looks like a fire truck. He was running lights on somewhere. There he goes. Are you sure that was a cop? Because he had lights all over the vehicle. I don't think that was a cop. That looked like a fire ambulance is what it looked like. I'm just going to do one more sweep so I don't turn it off on a train on you guys or anything. But, alright. Take it easy, everyone. I do appreciate those of you who tuned in, especially those of you who stuck around for the majority of it. Take it easy, and we'll catch you all later.